Hi guys, I'm Tracy. Thank you for joining me today. So I wanted to do a getting ready with me. I haven't done one for a very long time, and I wanted to play with some of the new makeup I got during the, Cyber Monday, Black Friday sales, all the Sephora, hoopla that's been going on. So I have a pretty decent amount of items that are new to me, not necessarily new to the market. But a lot of these items I'm really enjoying, so I thought I would take the time and share it with you all. So I already did my brows and my foundation. This is the Power Fabric Concealer from Armani Beauty. I really enjoy this. Nikki put this on her Instagram. I can link her handle down below, but she put like a makeup of the day post and she had that on there. And so okay, I try not to make funny faces here. So I got it, I forgot what sale, I think the Sephora sale, and I really like it. It's very thin, like it's kind of runny, more so than any of my other concealers. I would say coverage is like medium to fairly full if you really wanted to build it up. I try not to if I can help it. And I got the shade 3.5. I'm 4.5 in the Luminous Silk Foundation. And I would say this is a good match. Not so much brightening, but it's probably like a quarter shade lighter than the foundation. So it works good for under the eyes and for kind of concealing like kind of darker areas. I don't use it to spot conceal because it's just a little runny, but I'm really enjoying it, and I definitely would repurchase when I run out. I would say it's equally as good as the Shiseido self-refreshing concealer. It kind of reminds me of that as far as how it performs and how it holds up throughout the day. All right, now I'm going to use the LYS translucent setting powder. I don't mind paying full price for this product because it's so reasonably priced. So this is the Chikuhodo Z4. I try to get this area powdered really well before I do my eyeshadow. And today I'm using, for the very first time, I'm using a Charlotte Tilbury palette. And I'm really excited about this one. It's Mesmerizing Maroon. And I got it with at the Selfridges sale. I'm sure you all know what these look like. I'm really late to the Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow train, but I really liked this one. I was gonna get the green one, but I wanted something that kind of represented the brand, and I know she's known for like these, pink sparkly tones, and I don't have, I lie, I do have colors like these, a lot actually, but it's just, it was the palette that, there were many that caught my eye, but really this one. Okay, so I'm going to try to follow her directions. So prime, enhance, smoke, and pop. So let's see how this goes. I'm using my Wayne Goss number 3, which is my favorite for this step because it puts on shadow very lightly, so it's like kind of hard to mess up right here. And then I'm going to go in with the Wayne Goss 4 and do the enhance shade. So when I do this step, I kind of do it a little like haphazardly, if that's what it looks like, because I'm gonna fix it like at the end, like blend everything together. But these shadows are blending so beautifully. I don't think I have to do a lot of fixing, to be honest. And I like how these shadows are working with this type of brush, the really, really soft, silky squirrel hair brushes. So some shadows don't pick up and apply well enough with this type of brush. Like a Suku shadow would not be very good with a brush like this. I have to use a stiffer brush, but I think these are coming out really nice. Line my eyes. I've been really, I guess, gravitating towards the Sanji flat definer ever since I did my liner brush video, because I realized that it's actually very flexible in that you can create a very dark line, but you can also pick up a little less and do a light line. I think when I did that video, I was picking up a particular shadow that was kind of difficult to pick up, and so it wasn't coming out very strong. But these shadows that I'm using are very easy to pick up. So I've been really liking this brush to line with. These are very, very easy to blend, and I'm going to use I'll use my Viseart Kolinsky packing brush to put the pop shade on. It's not coming out as intense as I was thinking it would. Let me try with the Hakuhodo J246. So I'm going to actually use a different palette. Like, if you know me, I like a very bright, you know, shadow right here. And this is not quite what I prefer, but it is very beautiful, like all over the lid. And I'm very impressed with how easy these blend, and I think no fallout. This voyeuristic vixen, I dig into this a lot to use these light shades right here. I like it for like the inner corner and like the inner part of my eye. It's really dark right now because it's a rainy day, and so I rely on the sunlight to kind of lighten up this room, but there really isn't any right now. I'll blend this right now. I'll do my lashes off camera. All right, so I'm actually really enjoying this palette so far. I'll be right back. All right, I'm done with the lashes, and I love it. I love this palette. I love this formula, and I understand why there's so much hype behind the Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow formula, and I'm really kicking myself for not trying it sooner. But I'm so glad, and thank you for those of you who have been encouraging me to try the formula. I finally know what that's like. Okay, so I'm gonna do, I've already done like my base, but I'm gonna do like the contour, bronzing, and I have a blush that I've been trying to get the hang of, and I'll explain in a second. But I am gonna go to my favorite contour product, and again, it's the Charlotte Tilbury, the contour wand, and I love this. And this was also a recommendation from one of you guys, and I was kind of trying not to use it because it was out of stock for so long, at least in the US it was. And then but I got my Selfridges membership, free shipping membership, and so I could usually get it on Selfridges. But I really like this formula, and I finally could use it again because I have a backup. So I have not done my like blush and contour on camera for some time, so I don't know, it's probably changed a little. But this is how I've been doing it. I first go in with the contour wand, and because I've been trying to like conserve it, I just do like a little bit like that, and then I'll go in with the Danessa Myricks Power Bronzer to kind of go over that and add a little bit more to like these areas that I don't necessarily need contouring, but just a little like bronzing, and I'll kind of carry it over my nose. I also have a new bronzer from Sephora that is also one of those very well-known products that everyone had at one point, and I never tried it, and I'm really enjoying it. Not as much as this eyeshadow palette, but another product that I understand the hype. Okay, so that's enough of that. Now I'm going to use a product that I mentioned some time ago, and I said that I did not like it because I was having a hard time applying it, and it was not coming out right. That's the M Cosmetics Serum Blush. So this is not new to me or new to the market, but I got some advice. I don't remember whose channel it is, but she said to work the product in to a brush really well and then put it on, because before I was dotting it on my face and it would kind of mix up my base makeup, and this is an area that I can't afford to lose any base makeup, so I pretty much wrote this product off. But I tried it the way she did it, so I have some right here, and then I'm gonna like really like blot it off to get it, you know, worked into the brush, and that's been preventing any lifting, and I'm really enjoying this color, and I think it goes really well with the eyeshadow. It's basically like a lighter shade of the maroon palette, Mesmerizing Maroon, and so I have been really enjoying this one. And because it's a serum blush, it's very light. It's not like adding another layer on your face like some of the other cream products. So I really appreciate that it's not making my makeup look heavy at all. I mean, it kind of is like right there. I feel like those spots just kind of came out of its foundation, but it's okay. It's not horrible. Alright, so yeah, I'm really liking that. I'm going to do a finishing powder at the end so that I can kind of meld everything together. Before I forget, I do also, this is kind of like turning out to be a Charlotte Tilbury themed video, but I do really like her products, and I really like her lip liner. I have it in Pillow Talk Medium, and they're so good. And this is another product that it just took me a long time to get, but I'm really glad I got it. And this shade for my skin tone is really good. So I'm gonna be quiet. Right now, But I really like this, and if you guys have a recommendation for another one that's maybe like a little darker, maybe more of a berry shade. I know the Walk of Shame or Am I Kiss were two that I'm considering getting, but if you guys have a recommendation for another amazing color that's a little different than this, please let me know. Okay, now I'm going to use my new J509 from Hakuhodo, and I'm gonna kind of not heavily, but kind of get a pretty decent amount on here. And then I'm gonna kind of blot it all over just a little. It does kind of apply pretty heavily if you don't watch it, but I really like how it kind of evenly puts powder on and it kind of mattifies. So what I was gonna say is I've been using this pretty often to powder because it just gets everything without, you know, looking too heavy, as long as you just put like one layer. Right now I'm gonna do a little powder blush and then some highlighter and then some bronzer. Viseart, the angled cheek brush, is considered a highlight brush, and I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Berry Juicy in the Cheeky Vegan blush. I've been really liking this blush. The formula and the shade is really nice, and it's perfect for this look that I'm doing, kind of like a berry look, I guess. So I filmed something yesterday, and I kind of went into something that was kind of preventing me from putting out content. So I don't know if I can talk about it today. I don't want to start crying, but there's been a loss in our household, and I've been having a hard time like getting it together. So it's been kind of difficult to film and, you know, to get anything done, but I'm feeling a little better, and I hope next time I can go into more detail about that. Maybe some of you guys know what I'm talking about, but it's just been a difficult time emotionally, and I'm kind of forcing myself to do this just so that I don't like think too much about it and spend the whole day sad. This is the Dior Luminizer in Rosewood Glow. And I just put a little right here. All right. Now I'm going to do a little bit of powder bronzer, and I'll use the new to me bronzer. That's the Nars Laguna bronzer, the powder version. I've had the cream one for some time, but this November was my birthday month, so I got a gift. I got this as well as a lip product. I've not been using it. It's okay, but I don't really see myself using that product. But I really do like this bronzer, and I've been picking it up over my other high-end bronzers like my Hourglass and my Chantecaille. And I think I do like this even more than my Benefit Hoola bronzer, which I wore for a long time. I have it, it's just in a huge palette, so I don't like taking it out. But I really like, for my skin tone, I really do like this shade. And it kind of does have that warmth, like it kind of gives me that like sunburn, suntan look, but not too much. I feel like it does a nice job just kind of warming up my complexion, and not so much for contouring or bronzing, but more for like kind of all over. When I'm looking in the camera in person, I'm really tan. So I'm gonna kind of stop right there. The lights and the camera do brighten everything up, which is a good thing unless you're trying to show your bronzer off. I think I'll use the Koyudo CD Japan, the Fupa 14. I'm going to use it with the Hourglass Dim Light. And this is a product I've had for a long time. And for the longest time, even kind of today, I just didn't understand if it was doing anything. And I was like thinking it was such a huge waste of money because they're not cheap. And sometimes I think I can see a difference, but it's a very subtle difference. And just so that I can kind of see like this bag right here. And that's not generally, I don't think, how my face is. It's I was crying a lot the last couple days, so my face was like puffy and it still kind of is. I generally don't have puffy under eyes. Just right now I do. But let me try, I'm going to use the Sanji Smooth Buffer to use this other, the Soft Light finishing powder. I don't know if you guys can see that, because this brush will get very close to your eyes or, you know, any feature. And this, I don't know if it's really smoothing that area out. In the mirror, in this mirror, I can tell it's a little smoother, like my skin looks a little more refined, but when I'm looking in the viewfinder, it's still, I can really see that kind of puffiness and that line right there, and this side too. So at least I know it's not permanent, and in the next day or so it'll hopefully go down. Then I'm going to do my lips, and then I want to show you guys some of my Black Friday, you know, holiday sale products that I think are worth showing. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of, so I'm kind of feeling a little better today now that I'm doing this. I'm going to attempt to tell you what happened. 2 days ago, this is Tuesday, as I'm filming, I had to put my dog down, and it's just been very hard. Try not to cry. That's like kind of all I can say. Hopefully in the future I can talk a little bit more, but I think that's all I can say for now. Okay, so let me take my hair down. All right, that's as good as my hair is gonna get, because I didn't actually style this. This is just from it being in a bun for the last 2 days. Okay, so I'm really liking this palette, and I think it was so easy to use. I hardly had to blend it. I mean, you guys saw what I had to do. It was just so easy to get it to look like this. I just wish that pop shade was a little lighter, because then I would have been able to do like this inner corner work, but I don't think that's what it's meant for. I think it's meant to just kind of bring the entire eye area to life, like give it a little bit more of a little bit more sparkle, and that's what it does. And I love this color story, and I'm assuming I'm gonna get more because that's what I tend to do. Now that brings me to another products that I did I did a dedicated video to these yesterday, but it was just kind of hard to do. But I wanted to show you guys the new Viseart palettes I got. I got the Paris Etoile, the dark kind of moody palette, And I do swatches in the video I did, so hopefully I'll be able to, all of the mattes except for the really light one, they're pigmented and they really do create a very dark smoky eye. So if that's what you're looking for, this will be very easy to achieve. I think I just need a little bit more time adjusting to a palette so dark. It's been a while since I've used those colors. But I also got the mini Peridot, and I've not used it. I swatched it, but I have not put it on my eyes. And I'm really excited about this one. It kind of reminds me of the Natasha Denona Mini Gold palette a little bit. And I also got the red one called Garnet. And these shades look really beautiful as well. I have not used this yet either. I just swatched those. So one thing, I got this on accident. I went into the Sephora store to pick up my order, and I just happened to go to the fragrance area, and I just happened to try this Tom Ford Black Orchid perfume, and I absolutely love it. I've been wearing it pretty much every day since I got it. I just got a little one. These are expensive, so this is expensive enough, a little one. But I really, really, really love this scent. If you like light florals, fresh scents, you're not going to like this. This is the complete opposite. It's a very deep, it's a warm floral, and that's exactly what it smells like. It changes. So you put it on. When I first put it on, I hated it. I was like, oh my God, this is so horrible. Why do people love it so much? And I gave it like an hour or two, and it just develops into this really, really beautiful scent. It doesn't last too long, and that's kind of good because I was afraid it was going to last like all day. It did significantly fade by the evening, but if you're a fragrance person and you love those spicy kind of warm scents, but it's floral at the same time, I think you would really like this. I want to try the purple, no, Velvet Orchid, which is in a purple bottle. I want to try that one. It's supposed to be like a toned down version of this one, but I really, really do love this scent, and it's the whole reason that I renewed my Selfridges shipping membership, is because I can get the Tom Ford fragrances for about 20% off just on a regular, you know, that's their normal pricing. But I absolutely love that product. It's probably my favorite Sephora purchase of this season. I just love it so much, but you know, that's very subjective. Don't buy it just based on what I say. Definitely try to put it on first. Also, don't just smell it in the bottle because it smells pretty intense like that. You do have to put it on and see how it smells on you. Okay, and another thing I got at the Sephora sale, this was like a last ditch purchase. Like, oh my God, it's gonna end. I have to get something else. And I got the New Face. I am not one to buy these kind of devices because the amount of time and dedication it takes to get any kind of results is not something that I was for the longest time willing to do, or I knew I wasn't going to do something like this. This is like a 5-minute thing you have to do every night, but so today I did it on this side and not on this side. And I do think, now that I've been using this for, I guess, a few weeks, I do think it has a like tightening effect. Very slight. I only use it from here to here. But I do think it kind of like makes the jawline a little bit more defined. It's not going to be a super big difference. And I know it's hard to tell because, you know, different sides of my face are different, but I think I'm seeing results from this, and I've only had it like, what, 3 weeks now, so I'm not going to highly recommend it. I do want to use it for at least another 3 weeks, but now that I'm at this point, I do see some results, although I don't think they're long-term results. Like if I use it this morning, probably by this evening, it might have gone back to normal. I don't know. This is the results of using it at night and in the morning, and I feel like it's made my skin smoother where I use it. So I use it right here. I do think it's like improving the texture of my skin, but it's a little early to say, so I'm not going to make any claims right now. I just want to share this product with you guys. Those are the really, really exciting pieces that I wanted to show you guys, and I'm really, really enjoying this palette, really, really liking it. So that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.